Good times, everybody. That's loud. Alright, that's better. Welcome to MMR. We got the State Tournament Season 6 Round 1 between Pojo and Bucky. I got the Captain. I've got Fox. They're going to do the talking. Whammy and I are going to track. I am Tom Taki, Restreamer. Commentators, take it away.
With pleasure. Good time zone to you folks. Fox, good time zone to you as well.
Time zone just in the evening for me. Like, I won't be like too late after this, hopefully for me. And hopefully for those folks on the East Coast, if they're watching in the United States or Canada. This is probably like a more I actually don't know of both understandings, but Bucky's definitely not a slouch when it comes to MMR. So this match can definitely can potentially go either way. So we'll see how this ends up going. But these seeds can be colossal train wrecks, as far as I know. So that's also something.
Yeah, we've had quite a number of roller coaster rides, and not to mention with importance checks being the new way of the hero system, it's been quite a brain teaser as well. Just last night when we had Skygore versus Spec, we had some really interesting brain teaser logic around a Great Big Temple IC. That was a lot of fun to think about. That being said, we should be getting started in just a second here. Any particular hopes and dreams for the seed that you want to share with our audience at home?
Fairy reward required for either Snowhead, Great Bay, or Icona.
Fairy reward, okay. I'm still waiting for my required beavers. Now, we had nothing of major importance in South Clocktown besides a red rupee, so Bucky's gonna get that for the assistance for early tingle check, no doubt. What does Cafe have in his face today? A pair of heart pieces. A little bit of money in the tree here. That's perfect for Tingle, because now we can buy just about everything if we can get a few extra rupees off of the Keaton grass.
Yes. I think it's generally worth going for both if you can, but I'm not gonna go for them both.
Well, good thing both is junk, except Stonks.
Got pink frogs, so frogs aren't gonna fortunately help at all in this season.
Alright, Pocho's going for the Southfield opener and gets Cafe's mask right out of the grass grotto.
Alright.
Alright, Quad Hints is next up on Bucky's side, and we get Woodfall Great Fairy is dead. Stumpy also didn't look required either. Ocean Great Fairy is dead. Romani Ranch is dead. And Milk Road is dead. What was that other thing?
Swamp Spider House Kamaro mask required.
Okay. Milk Road and Ranch dead. Wow, so nothing ranch related today.
Campe dead.
Alright, so no ICs. Milk Road and Ranch foolish. Camaro's mask on Swamp Spider House required. Dampe is dead, and Woodfall Ocean Fairies are dead. That's what I got so far.
Yeah, I'd personally consider still getting the Milk Road Owl hint.
Oh yeah, because you just straight up don't have to go anywhere near that area today.
Yep, you can completely avoid it, but the hints could easily be valuable since you'd be missing out on like 7 hints.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the way ICs have been handled this seed.
Mountain
2
Village
items.
2. One of those is most likely Elder Goron.
Okay.
Stockpot into...
Alright, Mountain Village 2, Stockpot into, and Pojo will check the Milk Road hint and see Woodfall Fairy is dead. We knew that already.
Beaver's dead. Oh man. No beavers today.
Oh. One of these days. Alright, so yeah, Stockpot in 2 items. I mean, that's Milk on the Postman. Okay. Oh, hello, FD. Nice to see you here. Good old FD before remains. Now, unfortunately, to clarify with chat, it is not FD anywhere. It's only bosses. But nevertheless, FD before remains, you always love to see it. It's been pretty common in Season 6, not gonna lie.
Was an intentional wait to peek that Chuck.
Alright, so Bucky, with the knowledge of the Stockpot in IC, is going to dive straight into room key check. Not a bad idea.
He's in I have to wait mode. Yep. That was the exact wrong time.
Lunchtime. Alright, so Pojo is going to be our first to check the East Clocktown chest. Small gilded. Paper would be really nice. There you go. Andrew had a bean. I don't like that.
I didn't see I wasn't paying attention to Stump.
Stumpy, I didn't think was a gilded chest. I thought it was a brown.
And Ranch is foolish, so that I don't really. I'm not really expecting to be the hero right now, because there's only 2 options for that.
Yeah, it could be a 1-star bean too. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge later. Pojo getting the paper though, that is pretty big. Because Toilet Hand is very suspicious right now with that Swamp Title Deed. We also did get that early cafe mask as well, so Midnight Meeting could be something. Actually, I would say Midnight Meeting is quite probable, given what we know. So, answer me this, Fox. What's your take on, like, say you get something like Cafe super early. How inclined are you to, like, rush Midnight Meeting or set it up the nanosecond you get the get Cafe's mask in this scenario?
Because they're racing, you have to play Midnight Meeting defensively.
Ooh, that's a big gilded back there. Might need bombs later.
The only issue right now is that we don't have anything to actually do it. To actually get the
Right.
check done. Like, even
Yeah.
like out of logic, we need at least something to do it.
Yeah, Deku Mask or Room Key.
That's for the logical access, but like even out of logic, you just need like bow hook, or Zora to really do it right now. Or even like if you know the trick, you can get Goron and magic, but
Or
you
even
know
bombs.
and bombs. There just currently isn't anything.
Right. We do get a great fairy mask on the observatory on the moon's tier, so I mean, it's a little suspicious, but right now we don't have any immediate indications that that might be important yet. Then again, we still have 3 missing priority hints. So yeah, we'll see if runners decide to slow down to invert to see if they can push Midnight Meeting, maybe get a logical Deku Mask lying around on Swamp Tingle or something. Actually, never mind, Swamp Tingle can't be reached because no projectile.
Pirates Fortress Sewer 1, that's our last item count hint.
Okay, I mean, that's just one item, so whatever it is, it's probably... well, it can't be Goron or Zora. Probable Deku, maybe some elemental arrows. Hookshot in sewers would be really awkward, too. Yeah, there's actually a lot of things that could be in there. How much do you want to bet, knowing our luck, it's just like Deku Mask or Room Key on Bank 1 or something stupid like that? Because, you know, it's been a common lesson learned in various seasons that you never neglect your first bank. What's sunken underwater? That didn't look gilded to me. This start is slow as molasses, though. We're deep into night 1 and we have gotten literally nothing. Except ambiguous checks and a swamp title deed. And Big Man, to be fair. Ooh. Bucky deciding to go for the Sphere Zero Coast Grotto check, and it's something. Might be our logical way in.
Well, not logical, but it's a bow, so it is a way in.
Yeah, bow is still pretty good because it also puts the tingles into play, except Milk Road, since that's foolish. But yeah, that opens up a lot of checks. It opens up mini games. It's going to be even more insulting if Room Key or Deku Mask or the logical ways in are behind past day 1. Gotta love them 4 cycle resets. So yeah, both runners kind of taken the same openers so far. Their time of day is both identical. Pojo just missing out on the bow, but I can't imagine that's going to be put off for an extended period of time.
It could be a reasonable choice to go west here for Pojo.
More stonks. I don't
At
think
least...
Bucky...
Oh, go ahead.
I don't think Bucky has enough money in the bank to strike at Bank 1 yet. Pojo's going to detour to read this hint, which was the Dampe hint. Okay, and then it's just going to do the rest of the field hint loop.
Regardless, he doesn't have the cafe's mask, which was in terms of the field, since he opted to go west.
That's true. So yeah, Bucky is going to miss out on Midnight Meeting this cycle. We'll see how Pojo decides to respond, because there is time. Because I think you have until, chat says until 140. So there is still plenty of time on the table.
Virgil in chat was talking about rupees in the bank.
Oh, 140 in the bank, excuse me. My apologies. So that does put him in striking range of bank 1 then. I didn't see the second dump.
It is pretty hard to get Midnight Meeting done in this first cycle. Just because if that bow's locking like the rest of the seed, like you'd have to specifically go west after doing a south opener, and that's not really like what most people do, I don't think.
Yeah, because right now Coast is logically an extremely tough sell because it's only one check.
Yep.
Yeah, especially with no bottles. But yeah, Bo does a few more favors for us in the south. There's probably, given where the bow actually was, there's probably something nice in the tree. The Road to Swamp tree. And before the next hint that Road to Swamp is foolish outside of Woods of Mystery. That'd be so insulting. Alright, so this is Bank 1 for Bucky, which will grant us more money.
I should also mention that there's only one check on Tingle that we don't know that just isn't straight up dead, and that's the one check in the Road to Southern Swamp.
Right, because the other one is Milk Road related, which is foolish.
Yeah, the other two count for Milk Road.
Alright, just a heart container, not unwelcome on the human fairy reward. Early enough, those are definitely not going to go amiss. So yeah, it looks like neither player is going to get Midnight Meeting this cycle, which, yeah, as you said, that'd be really tough to set up with our current equipment.
Ojo might if he opts to go there.
Well, I don't know if... Did he set it up when picking up Room Key? I looked away when that was being done.
We still haven't seen logic. It's just the if he goes west. He's more concerned with Bank 1 than going west right here.
Yeah, I'm more saying did Pojo speak to Andrew with Cafe Mask on earlier?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He has it set up.
I believe this is our first check of the Pillar Grotto.
Pojo did check it earlier.
Okay. So it looks like Bucky is going to peek the Road to Icona Pillar.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm taking another look at that. Just a moment, please. I don't think that's gilded. So yeah, that didn't look required, so nothing of importance there. We'll see what's on... what's the guy's name? Larry, the business scrub?
We didn't see this on Pojo's end, so...
We did not. Oh! That's funny. So, we might need a wallet for a bomb bag. How much do you want to bet it's a wallet on Toilet Hand? That's what I'm pointing fingers at for now.
I don't want to bet.
Okay, yeah, that stumpy chest is definitely dead. Road to Swamp Grotto, small gilded chest, and it's the Pendant of Memories. Good spot for it in case Android Cafe is required. I have no idea what that is in the tree.
Snowhead Temple, Foolish but Song.
Okay. Snowhead Temple, actually, that's a pretty decent Foolish. Because Snowhead Temple is a very, very slow full clear. We'll see if that ends up having to be the first dungeon we do anyway. Okay, Pojo is climbing the tree here, so must have found whatever was up here of interest.
Those lens.
Okay. I mean, lens is cool, but we can't really do anything with that right now. What was that about Snow? Oh, sorry, Fox.
Yeah, I was answering the same question. What's that about Snowhead Temple? Snowhead Temple is Foolish but Song, so it's got no items except the song.
Appropriate minigame music commence. Chat saying Samus got a pizza. Oh man, y'all are making me hungry. Alright, so that's Bucky Swamp minigame. Pojo is about to get Bo. So we'll realize, oh wait, I could have gotten this lens with much less trouble 5 minutes ago. And there's your logic for Midnight Meeting, and it's too late. Don't you hate it when that happens? Actually, yeah, for Pojo's case, it's too late, because Swamp Archery's closed. Oh, that's gonna be painful in a few minutes.
Alright, so now it's gonna be relevant to track that bomb bag, because if we get, like, we still need a bottle, but if we get a wallet, that's gonna put the that bomb bag into play, and that will open the Swamp Spider House board. Excuse me.
Yep, it opens up Swamp Spider House. It opens up the north. And by that I specifically mean Lens Cave. for now.
I'm gonna note that that's Foolish Milk on Tingle, and that means Mirror Shield Chest is dead.
Oh, can the game not expect you to go from the back?
Unless if it's Gibdo on Mirror Shield Chest, it's like, it's gonna be dead.
I see. Oh, and I did not see what was on the Tourist Center roof. Oh, that's a much better angle. That was a purple rupee. If we get north access, we could also turn in the Swamp Title Deed. Since we are packing, well, Bucky is at the very least. Pojo's going to have to wait until the next day, but we do have knowledge of Deku. Also, Road to Swamp can't be foolish, so there goes my insulting hint idea. So yeah, our foolishes are Milk Road, Ranch, and Snowhead Temple except for the song. So yeah, Milk Road and Ranch? I mean, Milk Road, that's something like you clear in a couple of minutes in your opener for the most part. So that foolish isn't really that powerful. And Pojo is going to sequence break Midnight Meeting here. This could actually be a pretty big break. We'll see. And could even turn in the Swamp Title Deed simultaneously, so yeah, Pojo's got potentially a gold mine coming up.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't call this trash on purpose, by the way.
That is a bow-locked bow, so that bow in Great Bay Coast is required, I think.
I think so, yeah.
If that bean is pointing to it, that means that bow is foolish due to the 2 item count.
As in, like, yeah, not required, yeah. I was about to say, I'd be very surprised if we ever saw a foolish bow.
Okay, so we just need a bottle, and that Kamaro's Mask and Logic. That wallet is actually kind of spooky, so that is going to mean we're probably going to have to do Bean Swamp Spider House.
Bean Swamp? Oh, you know what else that makes me very sus of? Scrub relocation. I mean, it's a little early to be thinking about that, to be fair, but even still.
Now the scrub has bombs, so the wallet pointing to bombs is kind of spooky, which is why I'm thinking it might be Bean Swamp Spider House confirmed now.
Yeah, Root Key also provides a logical way. Now, if Root Key is not bow locked, then what ends up happening is that the Midnight Meeting bow becomes 1 star. Although we're kind of running out of non-bow lock checks, aren't we?
We are.
What better time to get a huge rupee for Pojo, though, off bombers? Yeah, room key... Oh. Okay, so Bean Daddy just had a mirror shield. Oh, that's right. Hideout was a gilded chest, too. So yeah, let's see what this is. if this is... Well, this could be room key. Nope, it's a heart container. Wait, is room key in a small chest or a big chest? I should know this by now, but...
Small.
It is small? That's what I thought. Okay, we're just getting the iconic care package here in Deku Palace. Ah, Mirror Shield and Gibdo Mask. Fascinating. We're also going to get our first song of the day.
I'm kind of... In this situation for Pojo specifically, I really think this is a kind of don't rush Night 3 situation.
I'm sorry, did you say don't rush Night 3?
Yeah, don't rush Night 3.
Yeah, because you definitely want to make sure you spend time for Swamp Archery, because that's locking your Deku, for one thing. So you do have some important daytime checks left. I would assume that, especially given the bow, because Pojo doesn't... I wonder if Pojo's going to chase the icy bow. Well, actually, wait. Well, yeah, we're not even sure if the bow is icy, because...
My guess is it's not.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I think it's...
Yeah, if room key is bow locked, then it's definitely not.
I think it's not just because the game's weird about Sphere Zero having a beam.
Yeah, that too.
So I think it's I think it's just a bow lock bow.
Yeah. We're gonna see Woodfall from Bucky here, so there are a few items in play over here. By the way, why wasn't Deku Palace hinted with some ICs? You would think with the amount of stuff we just found in there. It did have a required oath, so Pojo's gonna have to go there eventually too.
Unless if like Gibdo, like it would have probably had to just hint Mirror or Gibdo, but if anything, and it would have given Deku Palace 3, but that's doesn't have to hint like every single one, you know.
True enough. The way things are going, it's looking like it's going to be Magic or an Elemental Arrow in Sewers at this point. It could be Hook. That'd be a really awkward spot for it, but it could be there. And no sign of anything of note in Woodfall yet.
Pojo is not taking what I would suggest doing and just going to day 3.
Okay, hopefully it doesn't go to night 3 though, because that is going to lock him out of Deku Mask, which we really don't want right now.
It would lock him out if he doesn't go there.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of time after switching to night 3, which it looks like that's exactly what he's doing.
But like, I don't even think there's anything else in Stockpot Inn. I think it's just the wallet that's required. And that looks like bait.
Oh, that would be hilarious if if that ends up being more like non-foolish, or more ambiguous stuff, I should say. Alright, so
Because why would Because if it's not, then the bomb pad's gonna be like dead right now.
Right, because the yeah, that'd be really weird if the wallet wasn't IC for bombs. You're right.
Yeah, I would really be not understanding of how the bomb bag wouldn't be
now
at least marked important with the way this algorithm works.
Now, here would be something funnier. Well, actually, no. You need room key or Deku to check toilet hand. Never mind. Because I was going to say, imagine room key on toilet hand, but no, that's not possible. That's about locked right now. We are seeing a north play from Pojo.
Okay, this depends on if he like tries to do this the skip for the Zoe Grotto or not multiple times. But he should. I think it generally is not enough time to go past 10, but
now here's a question. With Snowhead Temple being foolish except for the song, how does that speak to springtime in these with these settings? Can Mountain Village have important stuff in springtime, past a foolish Snowhead Temple?
As long as if Lullaby's on like Elder Goron or something, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Because Lullaby's multi-location then, so it won't be a 2-star item, and the importance count in has to mark a 2-star, which is like what the waft hints point to and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm. And what was that on Hugo? Was that a silver rupee? I think so. That's not one of the ICs. And we are going to see, this looks to be a a transformation fairy reward. Pojo does not have access to this due to a lack of Deku Mask.
The bomb bag was the fairy, the scrub in Turtlefield. And the wall was on Toilet Hand.
Yeah, and that's put in logic by Deku Mask, which is currently bow locked. You know what? It's already becoming a bit of an obnoxious chain. I think I need to start writing that down. Because, yeah, that's already like a 4-sphere chain here. Because it's Sphere 0 Bow to Deku to Walla to Bombs.
I think if there's like any like relevant thing that's behind a bomb lock check, you can pretty much confirm that the wall is what it's pointing to.
For the 2-star, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Lens Cave is a good place. No better time like the present to figure it out, because there's at least one bomb check here. Not that one. It is money, though. Pojo needs a little bit more for Bank 2, rather, excuse me. Frog. Thanks. Thanks, Deku Playground. Thanks a bunch. Ribbit.
We're rushing Cape Grotto.
Okay, so go on.
Go ahead. Spec, does Grandma Stories checks or he didn't do because he was already on day 3 when picking up All Night Mask?
So to clarify our chat, the frogs themselves don't actually do anything. They would be relevant if Frog Choir was turned on, but it's turned off. So the Frog Choir check is dead, but the checks the frogs are located in, so the one in Laundry Pool, Swamp, and on both of the geckos, those are checks, but you need Dongaro's mask. Among a few other things, depending on the frog. Appropriate minigame music, commence. Oh geez, we're cringe swimming. Not a play I was expecting.
Okay, so now that I think about it, we're down to a couple checks, and so
You want to envision something funny right now? The Bean Daddy chest required, but Storms is on the Skull Kit. And that's like our first bottle.
Eggs on and Skull Kid's on.
Yeah. With eggs, it's possible they could be swapped with fairies, though. We're not sure yet. Because we don't have a bottle to figure it out. Alright, that is a purple rupee on the All Knights mass purchase. No need to concern ourselves with that. What did I just say? What did I just say?
Oh gosh. If I'm the runners, I actually hope that's Storms.
I agree.
And not for a reason anyone's probably thinking. If you have to do Bean Swamp Spider House, it's much quicker to have Storms for it because with one bottle, it's a much easier time.
Right, because you don't need to detour for water, just bugs. If this is healing, I mean, that's not much better.
Healing's definitely... healing's by far worse. I hope it's not at that. Oh, of course it is.
Well then.
Alright, this seed is Man, okay.
Oh, like if it's on healing Camaro or healing Macau, it's just, you know something? We could actually heal Darmani if we could get some magic. Funnily enough. So, actually, there's a lot we could, well, kind of, a lot we could do with that healing, if we only had magic.
So if I'm correct about the, about this situation, about Stockpot Inn being wallet and plus bean, then it should be like literally I was starting to think of all the checks remaining. There's Bank 2, Heal Macau, Camaro, and then go there. But yeah, Bombers had 200, and then and then Swamp Title D turn in.
Right. Actually, the Bombers having 200 is pretty cool because what you can do then is, on the next cycle, guess the code, go into the hideout and back out, and Jim will give you the 200 because that would be the notebook turn-in. So that could be a nice way to get money in an emergency if Bank 3 is required. Which is the only thing we could need Giant Swallow for at this point if it ever does show up. Yeah, money has thankfully been a rather non-issue this seed. Plenty of silvers and golds to go around. Welp. That's not helpful, actually.
Yeah, it's not helpful at all right now.
Yeah, no, that honestly, like, all things considered, that's pretty lousy. I think this turn-in is going to give Bucky Bank 2. Hello? Okay, Wallet definitely is looking like that 2-star at this point.
Yeah, I think it's Wallet plus Bean. I think the... But yeah, that opens Darmani.
Yep, it does. What did I just say? That seems to be my line today. Oh, wait a minute. You don't need Room Key to turn Toilet Hand in on night 3.
You don't. It's been in logic since the beginning. That's why I was...
Yeah.
That's why I was saying it was probably just the wallet that's the answer for this hint.
Bucky's gonna get that and think, where was that when I needed it 15 minutes ago? Pojo is skipping out on Swamp Archery for now. And just going to Day 2 Woods. He's got a detour to there eventually, otherwise that's gonna be another missed... That's gonna be a missed Deku Mask. Oh, please don't let this be another don't forget your minigames seed. I know Swamp Archery is a little out of the way given the circumstances, but even still. Unfortunately, Bucky's got to sit and tootle around for a second here because he came in just a bit too early.
Yay!
So Bucky's gonna see that magic is now in logic.
And that he has to go buy that bomb bag.
Right. Oh, there's still time. Alright, that should be Pojo enough for Pojo to, actually, no, Pojo's 6 rupees short from that to strike at Bank 2. Because I believe his rupee count was 444. Soaring to Swamp. Hopefully this is for Swamp Archery. Just gonna grab the remaining
This should be
rupees
Swamp
and-
Archery.
Yeah, and hopefully get Deku. Calling the horse? Oh, I guess it is faster. Because, yeah, backwalking would still take a while. Alright, so Pojo about to get Deku, Bucky about to get Song of Healing, which for all we know, at the rate we're going, is probably required. For healing Darmani of all things. I mean, the way this is going, Darmani probably has our first bottle. Because that would actually satisfy the 2-star for Mountain Village, would it not?
It could, yes.
So, actually, I am extremely sus of Darmani. Chat brings up a good point. It also puts, well, hot spring water, well, actually...
You need Goron to get hot
Yeah.
spring water, so that's not in play yet.
Yeah, hot spring water, you need either Goron or fire arrows. It, puts the... Well, the scrub purchase we can't check yet. Oh, Pojo's having a little bit of trouble with these Gways. Ooh, good recovery, though.
It's actually possible it's a waft ball on Darmani. Which is
waft
very
what now?
rare. A wath bottle on Darmani.
Yeah, that's... I mean, what else do we have left at this point? We have Healing Camaro, and that's kind of about it, actually. So yeah, it's looking like a required Song of Healing, which means we're probably hunting for Mirror Shield today. Wait, we're not hunting for Mirror Shield, we got that already. And yeah, now Pojo's gonna detour to pick up Oath. Alright, so Bucky's setting up Midnight Meeting, gonna get the second bow, which at the rate we're going was probably not the IC.
I think the only place Runekey can be in is would be the place, but I just would be like Graveyard Ground, and I think that's just, I don't even think that's possible with the hint.
Yeah, because the bombs were locked by... The bombs weren't locked by Wallet, right?
Behind the Swamp Title Deed, and the Swamp Title Deed, I think is just straight up required.
Yeah. So the bombs were just locked by the Swamp Title Deed into the Wallet. None of that was bow locked. Yeah, I think we still have to see Graveyard Grotto to double check. I mean, that would be a really, really wonky spot for progression right now. That is so out of the way.
Oops.
Halt. Yeet. Alright, nice heart container for Bucky there. Alright, so we're definitely looking okay on defense at this point. I mean, we can tank a hit from an Iron Knuckle. That's probably the most important thing.
And if I'm Pojo, I'd invert right now. I just don't want to reset another time, but that's just me.
I'm trying to think if there's any other time-gated checks in particular that he'd want to make sure to timeout for, and I can't think of any right off the top of my head this second.
Rosa Sisters is going to be out once it's day 3, so that's why I said I would invert.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you have enough time anyway, considering that, considering you have to do 1 bottle, not Song of Storms, Swamp Spider House. Like, that's gonna be slow. And you don't even have a retrieval projectile on top of it. So,
we had, I think Jess and I worked on a route for this situation. If this happens to be the case, which I think it is, considering the bomb bag, of 1 bottle Swamp Spider House.
That's fair.
I spent a lot of time working on these routes, like in the past, because of the fact that I just think it's not something you should put off when it opens in Logic. But currently, it's not open in Logic.
Right. I also did not see that seahorses hint on the road to path to village. So
It was dead.
Alright, so that's 6 always hints I've got written down, and we haven't seen the ranch ones because we've had no reason to go there, because it's bloody foolish. And you think our runners are going to fish for those last 2 hints at ranch? I don't think that's a worthy fish.
I was gonna say, but I was expecting Bucky to be first to this because he has the magic.
Boy, it's a good thing Lens is so broken you can just rapid fire it and keep your magic going almost indefinitely. Alright, Darmani will take our progression now. Oh, Pojo is inverting.
Fire arrow.
Is it Smithy 1? Is the Elder just holding on to storms and Smithy 1 just our answer now? Because, yeah, does fire even do anything for us right now besides Hot Spring
I would
Water
go
Grotto?
right to the Hot Spring Water Grotto if I was him. But he's
that
not going.
Yeah, so now either one of 2 things. Either Elder Goron still has a song, or... well, I mean, fire arrows are obviously the 2-star, right? So...
Yes.
So now Elder Goron's song is 1-star, which means... I mean, you can't get it.
Got it. Yeah, I would. It's still worth checking if this is something on Smithy 1. That does mean that the Eldergorn song is Storms and it's not required.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because right now, we're pretty much in a railroad at the moment. Because, yeah, it's literally magic leading directly to fire at the moment. And where was Lens? Lens was in a silly spot. Lens was bow locked. Okay. So yeah, you had to do your opener for bow to get Deku Mask, so you can get wallets, so you can get bombs and magic, and make sure you pick up a Night 3 Song of Healing to heal Darmani for a Cycle 2 Fire Arrow. Want to make sure we're on the same page here.
Okay, there's the magic proposal. Oh, and Bucky's now opting to get the small toady.
So yeah, he's probably going to go north, turn that in, set up Smithy, has the money.
He's not doing Kamaro just yet.
I mean, there's still time. You have the whole rest of the night. Now, if Camaro has ice arrows, I'm going to laugh.
And with that fire arrow spot, like at the wallet, like if we weren't saying that the wallet was required, it's required.
Oh, it is total. It is totally the 2-star for stock pot in. And so Pojo is resetting.
Resetting again time.
Yeah, resetting the Song of Time here. Yeah, this is probably to make sure that he can reliably set up Rosa Sisters, because I think he's got it figured out at this point. That magic lens healing is the is what you gotta chase right now, but you're out of the right time for Rosa Sisters. So yeah, Pojo's definitely made the correct move in resetting here. Other than that, there's really not much in the way of time-related checks left that we gotta worry about. Also Grandma Stories. Oh, but that's gonna knock Pojo out from Smithy 1. Unless, of course, Grandma has a bottle of gold dust, in which case I'm still gonna laugh.
Nothing.
In Hot Spring Water Grotto? Okay. Alright. Short story. Oh, hello, Goron Mask. Was that short or long story? Yeah, it was short story.
Man, this randomizer makes no sense sometimes. Like,
And Pojo just decided to skip answering the and go straight to day 2 because yeah, there's no point. You found the second IC. So the beans are not the answer. It was just another item on Grandma Stories.
yeah, so no 1-star bean.
That is a big speed boost for Pojo. And remind me again, where was All Knight's Mask? It was somewhere silly. Because, yeah, I don't remember where that ran off to. Oh, wait, it was right here in Lens Cave. Oh, no, this was Milk. Never mind. Where was All Knight's Mask again? It was in Woodfall.
Woodfall.
Yeah, and it was just a bad time of day for both runners to check that on their first pass.
So check out her Goron song.
You know what the dumb thing about all this is? We still can't get the required Camaro mask yet. But yeah, Pojo definitely has the speed advantage now. And especially with Magic in tow as well, so Pojo's got, like, a huge speed boost over Bucky. Until he decides to check those Grandma Stories, which he could do on day 2. And Pojo's gonna reset again. Probably for Smithy 1, just to be safe.
So what is it? What are people thinking that Steve's wanting us to do next? Vanilla Lullaby?
Vanilla Lullaby for a foolish except for the song Snowhead? I don't think so. Well, the song could be Sonata. That could actually make a lot of sense.
Sure can be Sonata.
Yeah. Actually, that seems like a non-indistinct possibility. What's that down there in Biobaba? Postman's hat. We'll keep an eye on that for later. That is a small gilded in Goron chess minigame, I think.
That is a big gilded.
Oh, is it big? Okay. Camera and depth perception fooled me. Nope, dead end. Oh, that chess game wasn't too bad.
That's Zora.
Okay, so Zora is in the sphere after Goron Mask. And with the current equipment in tow, Pojo can just turn in the Swamp title deed out right now. No, I have no concerns about scrub relocation anymore. Alright, so Pojo's just going to do a double check of the Zora locked check, since this Zora mask is a little on the late side. Oh, but the problem is Pojo might get baited away from fire. This is actually kind of a problem.
I think with Elder Goron as a song check, that's gonna prevent that sort of thing from happening, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just because I'm noticing Pojo's chasing Zora mask checks instead of going back to the... Well, we'll see what this sword takes, what this sword does. That is back to coast. This is looking like a sewers play, possibly for the IC in sewers.
And, he has the Mountain Village hint. He just hasn't done any checks there yet.
That's fair. But yeah, this looks like it's chasing the sewers IC. If this is Hook, you think if this is Hook, you just keep going through interior and hope that a ice and light fall on your lap?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. What if the IC is just, what if the IC bottle is actually in sewers?
It's possible.
This IC path is starting to get really awkward. I believe this cape hint is new. Nope. And I could not see if the cape chest was gilded. I don't think it was. Alright, nothing in Pirate's Fortress exterior today. Which is kind of rare. I just realized, there's almost always a bottle in PF, right? That's the meme I end up using. If that ends up holding true here... I'm going to assume there's nothing in the chest, because Pojo's waltzing right by it. ball of PFI instead.
I don't particularly know what actual rules make the beam not like count. That Keaton mask is not it, so it's gonna be this other chest.
Okay.
And it's small. We have a mountain title deed.
Oh, and Pojo can turn that in right away because he did cringe swim. Okay. Anybody confused? All right, so that's Bucky.
No, that's... Go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
so
Bucky's form.
Yep. All right, let's see what this is. Is this our bottle? Nope, even better. So, let's get this right. Goron gets you Zora, because that's locked by chess minigame, to get you Mountain Title Deed in Sewers for Hookshot on the Mountain Title Deed turn-in. Well. Alright, Bucky checking keg trial, and it was a piece of heart. Not getting fooled by that this time. This is actually a pretty important check for Bucky, because this is going to determine if Smithy is the answer for the other Mountain Village check. What was behind the Mountain Title Deed? It was Hookshot, which satisfies the IC for Sewers. So now Pocho's actually going to be able to check both of the cape items here. Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, with Hook now in tow, and Gibdo already in tow as well, I don't know. This definitely doesn't do Pojo any favors for rushing fire. I mean, granted, there's not a whole lot Hook unlocks by itself. It makes Swamp Spider House much easier, is what it does. I mean, we still need the bottle for the bugs and all, but it makes retrieving stuff way more comfortable. Also, you have Zormask anyway, too, so... Like, you look at the difference between Pojo and Bucky. Like, if Bucky gets the bottle first, he's gonna have to do... Okay. He's gonna have to do all of Swamp Spider House the hard way, with only one bottle and no retrieval items. Whereas Pojo is gonna have a bottle, but Zorafins and Hookshot.
I was about to say, I was totally expecting New Wave or something else there.
Okay, so that kills Smithy 1. Oh, well,
Yeah,
there's our
that's the
last vote.
vote.
I believe that irons out all of our ICs, because Mountain Village is Fire and New Wave, Stockpot Inn is Wallet and Goron, Sewers is Mountain Title Deed to Hookshot. Alright, now Pojo is in the right region to go heal Darmani, but is going straight for Village instead to set up picking New Wave. What is that over there? What was that?
Is that our first bottle?
Yeah, it's a bottle. It's behind lens and hook shot. Unbelievable. Oh, not lens in this setting. Still unbelievable. So, I mean, I might as well just write it down on my chain now that hook leads to the bottle for Camaro Mask, which who knows what that's going to lead to at this point. All this for a bottle. All this for a bottle. Welcome to Season 6.
Pojo, what are you doing, man?
Good question. Oh, checking the postman hat. And not healing Darmani. That's actually kind of not great.
He's really trying to fish for fires that are not behind climbing up the wall.
Alright, so Bucky's gotten Zora now. So, more than likely, given what he's gotten and what he knows, he's probably going to rush sewers now for the hook IC. And he's going for Graveyard Grotto. I do not agree with this. And maybe going for the Icona Owl?
I think it's Icona Owl, yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with this.
Oh, I think it is making more sense to say it's just Darmani is literally a waft check, and it's actually the actual waft out of the place. And moreover, the first ball is on Path to Snowhead. So
yeah, Path to Snowhead important since when? Like,
and there can be like another ball or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Especially given that Pojo should know Mountain Village is 2IC. So I don't see what's compelling him to ignore this many checks. Especially with Goron and Lens, you can get the Hot Spring Water 2 for Smithy 1 to add to your density to double check those ICs. So yeah, I'm very curious as to why Pojo's prioritizing owl statues over the ICs. Well, I guess you can't really get hot spring water without a bottle anyway, so I guess that could also be part of the thinking. We didn't find an ocean deed. So, we could turn in an ocean deed if we found one, but we haven't seen ocean deed yet.
I don't think we've seen a deed.
No, we haven't seen. We've seen Swamp and Mountain. We haven't seen Land or Ocean. Which is funny enough, that's 2 required title deeds, by the way.
I think now, I don't think the swamp deed is required.
Where was Mountain? It was behind... Well, Goron was locked by...
Just
wallet.
Deku.
Oh,
It's just locked by Deku,
oh yeah,
that's all.
it was just Deku, you're absolutely right. Alright, now Pojo's going to heal Darmani. But yeah, once Pojo gets fire, hopefully he goes to Pat to Snowhead, sees the bottle, and grabs it. Because honestly, I think that's all he can do right now, besides go to Pirate's Fortress Interior. But it would seem that Pojo's been prioritizing owl statues before now, so I don't see why he'd change that. That's an awkward time for a day transition.
I'm just gonna be fine for Smithy. He'll get the fires here, but he can like just go check Goron Elder first just to see if it's the song. Which you probably should prioritize given the fact that you're missing 4 required songs.
Yeah, it's not looking great for being able to dodge Captain's Hat, at least not yet. Oh, Ice could be in GBT, and that's so rude. Actually, Ice being in... Well, actually... I feel like Lullaby actually can't be too far away, and the only reason I'm thinking of that is because the Snowhead Foolish Accept song can't. Because the logic expects Snowhead to potentially be a first clearable dungeon.
We still have the Rosa Sisters check, which we know is required.
Yeah, and that's... That could be Captain's Hat.
I was thinking it's either Captain's or Ice, so...
That looks like either money or a horizontal heart piece. I couldn't tell.
It was a rupee from what I saw earlier.
Okay. Alright, Pojo's gonna go get, New Wave.
Another thing is that this is another multi-location song, so it should hopefully our runners do know it, but they might not know that Goron Elder is multi-location. So that might also be factoring into some of the plays we're seeing.
Alright, we're gonna get a quick detour for stage lights here. Pojo could not check this previously due to a lack of fire. Ooh, and Bucky, knowing what he knows now and knowing that the bottle is in play, is wisely inverting here to save enough time to finish up day 2, or night 2 Swamp Spider House. And I think Pojo was about to soar away, but then just remembered, wait a minute, maybe should check Pat to Snowhead, which if that's the case... Oh, no, it's going back to,
Goron Village check.
Keg Trial. And, the Scrub. Did we see the Scrub purchase at all, by chance?
If they turned it in, they probably saw what it was. I don't... Or they would have gotten it now if they both checked.
True. Okay, yeah, now Pojo's leaving. So yeah, now with Snowhead Owl being picked up, Bucky is going to go grab the bottle, and just like that, Bucky is going to take the lead here, I think.
Pojo... Oh, this is stage lights? Okay.
Mm-hmm. He's chasing the fire arrows. Bucky was frozen today. An hour and 23 minutes, or hour and 24 minutes later, and we finally have a bottle for Swamp Spider House for Camaro Mask. And we don't even know why it's required yet. Oh, Pojo's chasing GBT. This is very likely to backfire. I'd be very surprised if Ice was in here.
There could still be another bottle in here.
There could be another bottle, which would be one heck of a bailout.
I think the reason why the beam wasn't counted was I think it's literally all balls are hook locked.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, like there's a non-zero chance Camaro leads to ice arrows, because the only 3 potential required items left are ice, lights, and maybe Captain's Hat. So there's a very high chance that ice is the IC. Or not the IC, but the Camaro required, the Camaro required. You get the idea.
If I had to make a guess, we're gonna find out at some point, but I think Goron Lullaby is on eggs.
You think Lullaby's on? Oh yeah, because we've never had a bottle, so we could never check. No. If we want at least some grace, at least let it be, you know, Egg Fairy Shuffle. Alright, let's see if the Biobaba chest is anything, or not. Oh wait, no, that can't be. That's normally a fairy. Never mind. Alright, what's down there? Heart piece. That looks like nothing. The side chest must have been nothing. Pojo not bothering to get the key because no ice arrows. Not much else to say for the moment here. We're just waiting on both runners to complete their respective the respective, effectively, almost one-offs here. Maybe we'll get a new hint, because we're still 2 hints short here on the always hints. Fisherman game is dead. Yeah, with how late Ice Arrows is, that checks. You know what else we haven't found that would make a lot of these dungeons easier? A sword. We may have no trouble with bosses, but this has so far been all Kokiri sword.
Kokiri Sword War is never, like, the most pleasant of things to do.
Yeah, although with a tier 3 quiver, you can use bow to improvise.
Yeah, Kokiri Gomez is always the one that can, like, at least show, like, what level of skill our runners are doing.
Alright, so yeah, Pojo was using some bombs here to clear out the bubbles a little bit, and still trying to clear the bubbles out. Wart, meanwhile, has just been stuck in a corner for the last 20 seconds. Ooh, managed to squeeze in a spin.
And imagine, like, we haven't seen the hint, and and the last hint is Ocean Spiral's day 1, and we have everything to do it, and it's just required.
If only. Wait. Why is this a big gilded chest? Why is it vanilla ice arrows?
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Pojo is currently, like, just being bailed out right now from this play. Like, that
Unhinted vanilla ice arrows, man.
Unhinted vanilla ice arrows. That should not have worked. I mean... weirder things have happened.
So this is either whites or captains, then.
Or another trade item. Imagine if this is Ocean Title Deed. I'm gonna giggle if this is Ocean Deed. Or Moon's Tier. Or Land Deed, for that matter. I'll just giggle.
The only one that would make me laugh, considering the lack of always, I'm not going to say it out loud. If it does it. I will just laugh really loud.
I think I know what you're thinking about. Because, yep, it's entirely possible. Nah, it's just straight up light arrows.
Yep, lights.
You were thinking letter to cafe, weren't you?
Sure was.
Because, yeah, that would have put the entire chain that would have done it, because we know where Pendant is. It was in a great spot. And we knew where,
Actually, I forget if the hints work with that, but yeah, I think it would have been funny, but nah, I don't think it's possible.
Now, here's what's really interesting, is that Pojo is still not out of logic here. You know, I don't think... New Wave's not bottle locked, right? So yeah, as far as Pojo's concerned, he's still in logic here.
Yeah.
Now, what would be the blessing for Pojo is that if this is Lullaby. If Boss Blower can't be Lullaby because of Snow White Temple Foolish Accept Song. So this has to be like Elegy or Sonata. Oh, jeez. I just realized Kita's in... not Kita. Ecos is in play now. Because of those light arrows. And the fairies are eggs. At least there is some grace to this seed. Too bad you have to do this all with one bottle. Can you imagine if it's a bottle on George right now? That would be like the biggest bailout you have ever seen. See, this chat, we gotta be real here. This race has gotten really interesting. Like, at first I thought the race had flipped when Bucky picked up, the bottle, but now I'm not so sure. Depends on where that bottle ran off to. If any other bottles ran off to, past these ice arrows.
It also depends on how long does it take for Bucky to go to GBT.
And check Wart for that matter. Because, yeah, Wart skippers are not having a good day today.
I mean, if you go to GBT without Ice Arrow, you wouldn't skip War in like a reasonable manner.
Probably not, yeah.
Like, unless if you find it, like before.
I was a little spooked about that bomb shoe for a second. I seriously thought that was going to knock him off. Oh no, the camera! Oof. Oh, actually, no, we can just do this. Okay, now Pojo just flipped the table. I mean, vanilla ice arrows, still no bottle for Camaro. Yeah, I think in his eyes that's a table flip. Alright, but this is the end of Green Turnkey, so this is George now for Pojo. Pojo is really going to be the luckiest gamer alive tonight if this ends up leading to a bottle. Because it does seem at this point that Hookshot is locking... Right! Pojo walks right by the big key because no ice arrows.
Yeah, don't get the big key on your first pass because you get vanilla ice arrow.
BRB, correcting error.
His best way to correct this is to get it and then immediately go on board to head back. Because, like, just because of that.
There you go.
Alright, good.
Then you could just follow the green pipe and then go fight the boss. Now let's see what the egg song is.
That's like in my opinion, I think even if you dive here and you can't beat it, I think you still should just do the like stuff beforehand because like if you get Ice Arrow in here, it's just like you're doing the most efficient way of routing it, and that is Goron Lullaby.
Okay, so that would explain why Snowhead is Foolish Except Song, because that's where you're able to get into... So yeah, you can either hook your way into GBT to get ice for George, or you can hook your way to the bottle for eggs for Lullaby. So those are your... Okay, seriously? This jet is giving Pojo some really bad patterns. Now, granted, Bucky's not going to be in any mood to rush Snowhead Temple because A, it's Foolish Except Song, B, there's nothing in Mountain Village Springtime because the ICs have already been cleared off.
Doesn't stop there from being something in the other place, the Twin Islands.
That's true. Twin Islands could have stuff. You could use that as an excuse to chase Sonata, assuming that's on Boss Blue Orb, which it probably is. Well, we'll find out in about 10 seconds anyway, because this fight is going to be an absolute joke with this equipment. Big man, please. There we go.
I'm low-key a fan of just rushing to check the song here, just to see if you need Captain's Hat.
Does the grave still show the hint in non-mystery?
Not in these settings. It doesn't have the updated text.
Okay.
I meant rushing egos for the song out of logic.
Egos. Okay, I thought you were talking about graveyard hint, but no, you're definitely right that the ego song is a good idea. Oh, that's a red rupee. Alright, and George leads to Sonata of Awakening. Yeah, that was expected. Now, the good news is that gives Pojo another dungeon to chase for a potential, Oh, that was a small gilded. That gives Pojo another dungeon to chase for a potential bottle, assuming he doesn't immediately just go to Snowhead. Doesn't look like
this is PFI.
Agreed. For all we know, there could still be a bottle in PF. It would probably be hook locked. Imagine there's just like 3 bottles in Stone Tower Temple or something. And yeah, because Pojo can't even do eggs for Lullaby yet either, because no bottle.
Yeah, this kind of bottle placement in MMR is...
Hold, please. Was that Romani's mask behind the Ocean Title Deed ledge?
Looked like it.
I mean, the only thing that could be good for is Captain's Hat, since we know where Ice ran off to already.
Either Bucky's going to Shrine right away, or he's gonna go in there later.
Now, here's a question. Hello. Useless, a foolish keg. So, anyway, my question being, since Snowhead has hinted foolish except for the song, it can't have bottles, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, it can't have bottles?
Yeah, it can have bottles.
Okay. Interesting to note. Alright, so Pojo was getting some supplies, and then is going to do Keg Castle for the Ego song. This is a choice. I mean, you have it. It's the only thing Keg is going to be good for this seed. Hard piece on the pillar. Wow. And this, chat, is what we call using what you have. So yeah, we're gonna see if Egos is our required song. If not, we are in a casino for Captain's Hat. So either this is Vanilla Elegy or we are in a casino for Captain's Hat. Which, hoo boy. That'll be fun. Because it only locks out one dungeon.
Oh, you know what could be a bottle?
Hmm?
I like, imagine this last hint, this last always is both copies and ranch, and it's of Ocean Spire House Day 1 for a bottle.
Or better, well, actually, no, Captain's Hat chest is out of play. Never mind. But yeah, no, that would be... But if that's the case, it would be hinted as not required, correct? Oh no! Pojo fell down.
I don't think Pojo knew the tech. If the fast thing to do there, if you fall, is to spawn a Garo and then fire void to the Garo.
Oh, because it sends you back, and it is Vanilla Elegy, so Captain's Hat is actually not required. So...
Yeah, Pojo has Garo mask, it's just not marked on the tracker. I just assume he didn't know it.
So, in Bucky's case, if he goes to GBT for Wart and gets Ice, that's GG. But he's going to get Vanilla Sonata, not Vanilla Sonata, but he's going to get the boss Blue Warp Sonata here by just diving through Snowhead Temple now. You know, Pojo's going to get the song, see that he's still one short, which unfortunately is, we know is eggs. Yeah, just no sign of that, of a bailout bottle. If we don't find another bottle, I am going to request a spoiler log for where the other 5 bottles ran off to. Because this is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, if there's not one in Uninverted, or in Pinnacle Rock, or like the random always check, last always being Ocean Spire House Day 1, I think it is a required bottle. Which is, considering the pathing to it, incredibly rare for a bottle this late in the seed to be required.
Yeah, and the only thing that bottle locks is light arrows right now. So
I guess this is a bottle. Nope. Oh, couple snaps. Okay.
Oh, and that's foolish. That could lead to a bottle, but yeah.
Yeah, the only ball we've seen is Path to Snowhead on the pillar heart piece check.
Oh, that second bubble whiffed there. Yeah, I noticed Pojo is starting to make a few execution mistakes here, and given how volatile the seed is and how tight this race has become, that's definitely not something you want to see. Ooh, that was pretty good, though. See, a bit of a messy guardsman's, but recovered pretty nicely. Alright, so yeah, Bucky absolutely bulldozing through this foolish Snowhead. And meanwhile, Pojo thinking it over a little bit here about what to do. And it looks like it's going to be Climstone Tower.
Also, I forgot to mention uninverted, or rather Pohut. Pohut is another chuck. Granted, most people generally while racing are not going to do case or Pohut. It's kind of annoying.
Right, yeah, Kukir sword Pohut. Yeah, we haven't found a sword, we haven't found, extended magic would be kind of nice, but we haven't found double defense. We're fine on hearts, but yeah, we've just found nothing, not much in the way of non-boss offense. Oh, and it just became night of the second day, too, so Pojo is still kind of on a time limit. I don't know if they're inverted.
Pojo's not inverted currently.
Yeah, it's not inverted, so yeah, I think you do invert now, just in case. I mean, actually, it's not, like, super critical to invert right this minute. I think if it's midnight and you still haven't found your bottle, then you invert. Because otherwise, once you find your bottle and get light arrows, that seed's solved. And you could just let the timer run out till night 3. I'm impressed this was recreated in the MM sound font.
On a note about the, like, HUD and everything, I should note that this randomizer allows you to customize that HUD, and if you are the type of color blindness where it's hard to differentiate green and blue, you can definitely mess around with that, because when it's inverted, it's blue, and when it's non-inverted, the HUD on the timer at the bottom of the screen is green. So you can definitely manually adjust that if you can't really tell.
And we have seen that done by a few runners over the course of the life of MMR.
And you can also do it for aesthetic reasons too, but it's definitely something to mention.
I'm pretty sure that's a bomb-locked bomb bag. Especially since bombs kind of locks, does bombs lock fire? Not really. Never mind. Actually, yes it does, because it locks north access. Or does it? Where was Goron Mask again? Nice land deed. Alright, so Bucky, I assume this is just reading the hint here. This might be our last always. Nope.
I'm not gonna try to like overthink the logic today. It's definitely really, really complicated. However, Pojo throwing the box is gonna have some trouble if he broke both of them, so he has to reset the room.
Oh, does LG just not work?
You can only have 3 LG statues, and there are 4 switches.
Okay. And you have to keep the 4th one held down, okay. Okay, that's not funny. Bottle in springtime.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
Kinda expected at this point. We haven't seen any. This could be another one.
Big captain's hat.
I really hope he doesn't chase that. I would just not touch it.
Bucky has all the songs, so there really is no reason to... Oh, unless for ice arrows. But yeah, no, yeah. Bucky does not have any real reason to chase that. And Pamela can't even have ice arrows anyway. Okay, come on, that Bombchu was right over the floor panel.
Goron Lullaby is on eggs.
Yeah, luckily it is Egg Fairy Shuffle. Where's ice? Vanilla.
That said, there can also be a ball in Woodfall Temple, now that I think about it. There's nothing stopping it there from being one.
There could be a bottle practically anywhere now. Case in point! Okay, this is just funny. Bucky doesn't need any of these bottles at this point, and Pojo needs all of the bottles. Is that the gold dust? Oh no, it was Buddy Hood. I would have laughed if that was gold dust. This is...
Small.
Moon's Tear, maybe? Letter to Cafe would be useless. Frog. And to clarify, Pojo did not go to Woodfall Temple. Pojo...
Probably because of the Foolish, but there's definitely more than one bottle, so it just means it's a ball that's not locked in by Woodfall Temple, you know? And there's two balls in here.
So let me get this straight. We've now found 3 other bottles, 2 in Woodfall Temple, 1 on Springtime.
The Foolish, except for the song, is for Snowhead, and it's just because there's that one bottle on Path to Snowhead Pillar, and there are 2 balls in Woodfall Temple. Yeah, Woodfall Temple itself is not Foolish, that's great. Like, those bottles are accessible on their own.
And they're effectively, potentially past Snowhead Temple because of the Foolish Accept song. So, yeah, the game could expect you to clear Snowhead Temple first just for access to all those bottles. So, does that mean all 5 of our remaining bottles are past Snowhead Temple?
Because of Vanilla Ice Arrow, you just beat GBT, and those are your first bottles. So those 2 bottles can be your first bottles.
Okay. Right, because of ice. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the Swamp Spider House is hinted. It's just Pojo's unfortunately hard dodging the ball locations. This might be another one.
Yeah. The first bottle we knew about for the longest time was That's Foolish. He had no bother. The first bottle we knew about was Pat to Snowhead. That was locked by Hookshot.
Yeah, the ball placement in this seed is kind of atrocious. Like, all of the balls, I think, just have to be hook locked.
I'm pretty sure we're at that point now.
Yeah, but it was kind of like interpreted.
Yeah, I swear if Light Arrow Chest is a bottle, that's just some poetry right there. Is that another bottle? I swear. Okay, it's another bomb bag. Okay, so all of our remaining gear has been in dungeons. Like, we found, what, a bottle behind a dungeon, 2 more bottles in a dungeon, and 2 bomb bags in dungeons? But yeah, it's basically bottle go mode for Pojo right now because, oh please, Pojo is probably crossing all of his fingers right now, hoping this is a bottle.
It's the
it's
second
Giant's
wallet.
wallet.
That is wallet locked.
Yes, because wallet locks,
Magic.
So yeah, that confirms both of the ICs in Stockpot and were 2 stars. Alright, Pojo's gonna go to Swamp, and this is probably... Wait, going to Swamp and not Woodfall?
Pushing the Landy trade.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would... This might be a blessing in disguise for Pojo, and is doing what I said earlier, and then... Because, yeah, it's past midnight, it is inverting, hoping the bottle falls on his lap in time for Swamp Spider House. So, I think the way my guess is that Pojo, after getting the bottle, is going to... Assuming it comes out of Woodfall Temple, which may be likely where he goes next. If that's the case, I think he's gonna just take a guess. Oh!
That's another one successful one. Okay. It's
That
unfortunate that that's his first, considering the others.
That and he's right in front of Swamp Spider House. Like, could that be any more cinema? nice room key. That is so bow locked. Unbelievable. But yeah, that is finally going to put Pojo on the path to go mode.
Yeah, for like the first like near hour of the seed, I was totally expecting being Swamp Spider House, but the game just said no, your balls are in another castle.
No, they weren't. Iconic Castle had nothing. Except Elegy. I'm kidding. And
I could have phrased it as temple, but I just wanted to have the hit.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, this seed is absolutely crazy. Now, the question becomes, because at this point, it's now a battle that, for Pojo, it's now just execution. Because he knows what his go mode is, and I think, back to my point earlier, I think he's just going to pray that eggs is the answer, and not go hunting for Captain's Hat. Because of basically effectively last locationing almost at the first bottle.
Yeah. I think it was just I don't know. I'm probably just like after if he comes in, I'll ask him why he didn't go to Woodfall Temple. Like it's just it's definitely like you know that there has to be one that's not, but there's nothing stopping one from being in there. You know, just the way it works, unfortunately.
Yeah, like this seed has been absolutely just the way it's played out, and the fact that Pojo has just been bailed out of every like possible decision besides this bottle is kind of nuts. By the way, happy 2 hours. We're basically finally in the path to go mode here.
Yeah, he could have almost god routed it if he went Woodfall Temple. That would have been a god route.
Yes, after GBT.
Right.
But yes, folks, you are joining us here for the third brackets race so far of the Majora's Mask Randomizer Season 6 Standard Tournament. We have on camera tonight Pojolonewolf and bucky34. I'm here in the comms booth with Fox. We've got Tomaltalk tracking today and Fifth Whammy alongside, and Tomaltalk also restreaming, so thank you folks for that. And yeah, we've just gone on the path to go mode for one runner after a 2-hour hunt, in Pojo's case, for a bottle.
In the meantime, I think that was our last always. That was Dampe Digging's dead, but we kind of expected the last always to be hinted dead.
I think we had Dampe from way earlier, actually, so that is a duplicate.
Oh.
I think the remaining always hint is just straight up in Ranch at this point. But no one was going to go there because it's foolish.
Okay, my bad.
Okay, Shiro had a blast mask. That's a little bit funny.
Yeah, Bucky's going graveyard.
Yeah, chasing the captain's hat. Because, yeah, even though the song would be Storms and it's basically dead now, there's still a few potential items here. Not to mention Kita had a small chest, which could be Moon's Tear or Ocean Title Deed. And how's Pojo's time of day? Oh, he's fine. He's got more than enough time to still turn in Rosa's sisters. And yeah, Pojo's time of day is also going to be just as good here. Because at this point, he can uninvert, go mode the last 3 dungeons. Well, still has to do eggs, which I would wager that's probably what he's going to do, just to verify. Alternatively, no, I don't see Pojo. I don't see a world right now where Pojo would just go straight to Woodfall Temple after getting lights. My guess is that he's going to check that Eggs is Lullaby, which is the case. Be relieved that he doesn't have to chase for Captain's Hat, and just go mode the rest of the game with one bottle.
Yeah, Captain's is just straight up locked by Lullaby, so...
that too, yes.
Yeah, like, a lot of people don't even like to consider going to GBT as a play without ice. So I don't know where Bucky stands on that.
Yeah, and I did say I thought that plan was going to backfire on Pojo, but lo and behold, the seed just told us, nope, not the case.
I will say it's not like I haven't seen Vanilla Ice there. I've rolled Vanilla Ice in an all Sandy race.
Nice letter to Mama. So yeah, I want to say Pojo's in the lead here.
Oh, I would 100% say yes.
Because I'm just trying to imagine how big the gap would be if Bucky, after Graveyard, just went straight into GBT.
And yeah, section it is Fairy Eggs.
Oh, well, on the note of Ocean Title Deed.
Just more bait.
Alright, so now we're going to see Bucky uninvert here. I think this is an uninvert. Yeah, this is an uninvert. Okay, so now Pojo's going to take those lights and wrap up Stone Tower Temple real quick. You can get a fairy off of these pots, right?
Sure can.
Yeah, that would have been a good way to double check for fairy eggs, but I don't think Pojo's thinking about that right this second. Yeah, what a race, folks.
If I recall correctly, there was a hook on behind Swamp's Firehouse seat before in the quals, right?
Yes, there was.
Alright, just making sure. So, I think our runners probably are familiar with that.
Yeah, I think it was the same race where we had 4 always hints required. I want to say that was qual 10 question mark? Might have been 12 or 13, but it was one of the later half quals for sure. But yeah, Pojo's going to have a very lucky break here. He's going to be able to go mode two very fast dungeons. Because yeah, go mode Woodfall is insanely fast by comparison to a full clear. That stutter scared me. I thought Pojo's game was about to crash for a minute, and I would have definitely lost a bit of my soul.
There's our moose here.
Okay, so that's all the Deed and Fetch Quest trade items except Letter to Cafe, which we don't need anyway. And we are going to see Madame Aroma 2 here really quick. Pojo probably not going to be too disappointed to see those hearts. Alright, folks, Kokiri Sword Gomez, have fun, but at least you have extra magic from Chateau. Yeah, like...
I think you're definitely gonna feel bad considering it took you so long to find a single bottle.
Yeah, like, I cannot wait for this interview. Like, and I think it's hilarious that the bottle Pojo did get is actually, funnily enough, probably the one he needed most at this point because he's now doing Kokiri Sword Gomez, but at least has infinite magic.
I think we just didn't see the milk bottle, is that correct?
The milk bottle, I'm not sure. Was that on Madame Aroma?
I was just saying it's the one we haven't seen.
Oh yeah, that's the one we're missing. And there's Ocean Spider House hint. Don Garrow's not required.
Well, I was correct on the hint, it just wasn't a bottle.
This seed is comedy, and I'm all for it. Alright, well, might as well check the Romani's Mask purchases now. Garbage. Alright, so now Bucky is basically running to GBT for our last location, Ice Arrows. How did that first one not go? I thought Bucky played that correctly. Oh well. And 64 songs. They're hard, apparently. So yeah, let's see how Bucky decides to go about this. I mean, it's as you mentioned before, Fox. You don't think, and I would agree with you that I don't think Bucky's gonna skip Wart with Ice missing. And given how the seed has been, oh wait, no, he's busting out.
He's doing the rest of the cape first.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because I think he just saw the first chest up top, in the midsection, but didn't check the other one.
You voided out.
Alright, down goes Twin Mole for Pojo.
It was definitely worth soaring back. This takes too long.
That's the milk bottle. Unbelievable. That's actually a huge break for Pojo. Hopefully that pushes him to do eggs right now.
That or going to Woodfall Temple to check the fairy in the pot. Nah, just going straight there.
Yeah, I think 2 bottles is fine. For Fairy Egg Shuffle specifically. Oh, except has to drink the regular milk first. And Pojo probably breathing a huge sigh of relief right now. Well, actually, no, the sigh of relief will come after discovering that this is Lullaby.
I think this huge sigh of relief will be when he's done.
I mean, that's fair, given that he's already flipped the table as of about 40 minutes ago anyway.
Now
Oh,
Zoe
yeah.
hasn't seen it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be real. Well, I don't think the bottle loads in from your flight path to Snowhead if you just go straight. I don't think you can see the bottle before the draw distance kicks in.
Like you specifically have to look at it with first person to really see it.
Alright, so Bucky is facing Wart. By the way, still no sword upgrades. So yeah, we went from only seeing the bottle in Path to Snowhead to 2 bottles in Woodfall Temple, 1 bottle in Springtime, another bottle in on the Land Title Deed turn-in, and the milk bottle on Twin Mold. Where was the Land Deed again? That was in... Yeah, no, I'm blanking on
First
Land
just
Deed.
STT.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would definitely describe this seed as absolute cinema. Bucky can't take too much damage here. Does only have 2 hearts left. Over here, Ward. All the pointy-eared Hylian.
Oh my gosh! If Bucky's in for the interview, I'm gonna have to tell him light arrows do not do more damage to Wart than regular arrows.
For some reason, that
it's
egg
a
doesn't
common
work there.
misconception.
Fascinating. Painful realization of vanilla ice arrows in 3, 2, 1. So yeah, Bucky's realized, wait a minute, I can go mode 2 dungeons now. I need to slow down time. Oh jeez, you folks can't see this at home, but Bucky's tracker screen is a little haunting. It's basically this red drawn pumpkin laughing saying you're taking too long.
I couldn't do that. Like I would already struggle doing what other people do with racing, and so having that on my screen would bother me to no end.
Yeah, I mean, it is getting close to that time of year, though. Although, if you're looking in shopping stores at this point, it already is that time of year. Alright, so these should be the last eggs for Pojo, I think. And yeah, it just has to go mode, Woodfall, and Snowhead at this stage. Alright, yeah, folks, it is a battle of execution now. So yeah, Bucky just has to finish off GBT, but then also has to climb Stone Tower Temple. Did Bucky get the boss key, by the way? Or is he about to make the same mistake that Pojo did?
I wasn't looking. If anybody in chat saw, please let us know.
Yeah, Pojo doesn't have the Snowhead Owl, but that's fine. That's like a 20-second detour. But does have the Woodfall Owl. The Woodfall Owl would have been a big problem had he not had that. That would have been a long walk.
More importantly, he's not going to get the Snowhead Owl as long as he doesn't muscle memory it. Because it's go mode, you don't need it.
Yeah, I did see a glint of the bottle out of the corner of my eye for a split second there, but I don't think Pojo noticed that. But yeah, Pojo, I'm sure, very relieved that he does not have to go chasing Captain's Hat. Alright, Pojo, don't fall off here, because if you do, I'm going to have to go into a Frozen reference. Alright, he's good.
I also have to mention, we're gonna. It's not gonna matter at this point, at least on Pojo's end because of FD. Never mind. I thought, but they're still covering Kokiri's sword, and so Bucky has to deal with Kokiri's sword at least for Gomez.
Yeah, and doesn't have infinite magic this time. So that is going to be a slowdown, because yeah, I don't think you can take out Gomez with just standard magic on Kokiri's sword.
There is one strat I do that I do with Kokiri's sword, Gomez. I prefer, but it's somewhat finicky, involving using bombs and light arrows, but not everybody does that. Okay, so Bucky didn't grab the boss key and since remembered to pick it up.
Oh, that was almost a great recovery with that Biobaba Lily pad. To clarify with chat, Bucky is inverted right now, so there should be enough time to do Stone Tower Temple, but it's going to be tight.
I wouldn't even like, as long as he doesn't make that like a few minutes of mistakes, he should be fine. Like a minute or two of mistakes from here.
Ooh, Pojo definitely almost was undershot the ledge there. That would have been a nasty fall. So Bucky's just got to get through Seesaw room, then it's boss key room, or boss room. So yeah, Bucky at the very least did not get the big key right away, but also did not go all the way to the door before realizing there was a missing big key, based on that green turn key pull. But yeah, I forgot how long even a Go-Mode GBT... Well, this has actually been a full clear GBT, so I forgot how long a full clear GBT takes. So yeah, Pojo is now very, very much in the lead. And Time of Day is just about to line up. And the only Go-Mode dungeon left is Woodfall. Whoops!
Oops. Big fall.
I missed my chance to do that Frozen reference. Oh, wow.
This Geiger's always finicky, so like sometimes I was about to mention that you can angle your beams if you're having trouble hitting Geiger here, which you should do right there.
Ooh, looks like Pojo is setting up for the FD bomb strat.
The FD bomb strat has definitely like picked up a lot of steam, I'd say. It's not like it's faster per se, it's just you save time. Or he's doing a different variation of it, I guess.
I think he's just rushing to complete the orbit for Goat a little bit faster here. And sandwiching himself in the wall so he doesn't slash as far. Apparently.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was still very fast regardless.
But the real catch is there's fewer random elements in that strat compared to other strats.
Yeah, because then you don't run the risk of getting shocked in bow strats.
The risk of getting shocked if you do the bow strat correctly is fine. It's just the randomness of the stalactites from falling and blocking your shot is definitely a factor that most people have dealt with or seen.
By the way, I just put up Pojo's audio, and apparently his soaring audio is kaboom. Alright, so yeah, Pojo is probably not even going to bother getting the extra bottles here. Or not even the fairy bottle.
We're not gonna see
right
them.
By it. Nope. He's just going to take down Gecko and go straight for the empty boss room.
Now that I mentioned like the ball situation, you know what's funny?
Go on.
Our runners managed to not even collect any of the same bottles.
You are absolutely right. Pojo has the Chateau and the milk bottle. Bucky has both empties, red and gold dust. That is absolutely hilarious. Like, there's just so many oddities and quirks to this seed that just makes the run more, ever so more enjoyable to watch. Incoming. Last thing you want to do now is get clapped by a dragonfly. Oh, we didn't see Great Spin either. I don't think we did, at least. Wow, fastest Oldawa I've ever seen. Pojo was like, yeah, I don't got time for this anymore. Alright, so yeah, Bucky is already on low health. Is going to have to burn one of the milk drinks here.
Adala, if you can quick kill with FD if you with a single slash slash string. You just have to like get the first one to hit, and it's usually good to go.
Yeah, with that, Pojo has all 4 remains and is on the way to the moon. And unfortunately, Bucky is out of magic. Also, looking at that in-game time, and I'm definitely sweating a little bit.
If there's anything I'd recommend for these runners, practice that K-Sword Gomez, because like if you can do like the light arrow strats with having K-Sword, like any of the light arrow strats, you're gonna save some time, because light arrows do twice the damage of Kokiri Sword, so you're not gonna of Kokiri Sword jump slashes to be specific. So you only have to do 5 light arrow shots.
Yeah, I think Bucky is okay here. I think there's just enough time as long as there's not... Well, that doesn't help, for one thing.
More mistakes.
But yeah, as long as Bucky doesn't have a catastrophically bad Oh. No, he's
He
resetting.
had about a minute and a half to take Twimbled out.
Yeah, didn't want to
To
take a
enter and
chance.
take Twimbled out, which if he was confident enough, he could have done it.
Yeah,
Oh, and yeah, that gets rid of the boss key and in-game time.
Alright, meanwhile, Pojo having fairly little trouble with Majora's Mask.
That's rough. He has to fight Gomez again.
With the same equipment. And no
Yes.
milk. Alright, fairly little trouble on Incarnation. Took one minor hit there. Most of the remains are gone, though. There's only one left. Oh, and Goat gets caught in the crossfire. That should basically render this fight over in no time flat, and that is any time now. There we go. That is gonna do it. Pojo will take
GG.
this race. With a first place time of 2:34.54. And I think that stop means there is a DNF from... Yep, there is a DNF from Bucky. He will not be finishing.
Yeah, okay. Like, I guess that's gonna be question number 1 from me. Before we talk about this, I'm just gonna label this because I like ice cream. The vanilla ice cream and the 6 containers to put them in.
What kind of question did you get asked?
What? Hello.
Hello.
Our runners are both joining us in the booth. GG to you, Pojo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
GG's.
Vanilla ice.
Oh, this seed was pure cinema. Let me tell you. Between the two of you, this race flipped a couple times. So.
Okay, so I guess before we talk about just the very end, I guess you probably heard because of the delay that we saw every bottle on Restream.
I think we figured that out in the post game, the race room chat.
Yeah, at least
Okay.
5. I don't know about 6, but
Yeah.
No, we saw all 6.
oh, okay, you did.
Pojo, your bottles were the land title deed turn in for Chateau, which actually ended up being the really critical bottle for you because that gave you Chateau magic for Gomez, for one thing, and the other was someplace literally right after.
It was Twimbled Heart container.
Twin Mold, that's right, yeah. So those were your 2 bottles, and Bucky's bottles was Pat's Snowhead Ledge, and 2 in Woodfall Temple.
And then
the
Twin
other-
Islands.
Mhm,
Twin Island.
in springtime.
Okay.
Dude, the spring bait was terrible. Finding Captain's Mask down there. I think that was
Oh, you
probably
found Captains was there? Oh boy. Ugh.
Yeah, Captain's was there. It's locked behind doing eggs.
Yeah, then I'm like, I have a little bit of time to do this, and I don't feel like resetting, so I gotta do it now because I think I had 2 hours left of night 2 at that point, or something close. And then around then, I also found Letter to Mama.
I do have to ask, were you both totally expecting being Swamp Spire House to be the progression, because I was for so long, and then it just was like, no, your bottles are just super deep and in awkward places.
I was fully ready. It was all like I was gonna last location that Goron if it wasn't kind of on the way to, because like the last spots I had was going eastward when I was at that point. So I'm like, alright, I might as well, I have all lights, I might as well just do these quick because I'm literally passing right by just in case it's not that bean. And then got Goron, I'm like, oh, I guess bean isn't it. So I already knew the bow wasn't because of the Deku.
Yeah, because the Deku logic, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I came close to last location in Goron too. The beginning of the seed just kind of felt a little clunky, at least to me.
Yeah.
Well, it was extremely clunky, but I'm going to be honest with you, Pojo. You basically got bailed out almost every turn. Because first things you went to, by the time you went into GBT, we knew about the bottle on Snowhead Ledge. So we knew about that bottle. That would have been your path to light arrows. But instead, you ended up chasing New Wave into GBT and fell into vanilla ice arrows. And that just let you keep going and going, and you kept on digging, and you basically had everything else before the first bottle.
Yes.
Yep.
And yeah, unfortunately, like we figured, at least we talked about it. We're pretty sure that just going to GBT and then going to Woodfall Temple was the god route. So, that would have like gotten you the ball after a ball after GBT, and then he would have been good to go.
Yeah, my reasoning behind not going was the Snowhead Temple Foolish Except Song hint. So I got Sonata off of that.
It's understandable. It's just with there being 6 total bottles, right?
Yeah.
That's the only like unfortunate thing with it. It just means that there has to be at least one that isn't in there.
Yeah, I thought about it, but it was just like, I went to PF and got the keg, which sent me to Keg Castle, which sent me up to where I got my bottle, so it all worked, just a little inefficient, we'll say.
I would say I feel like my routing was pretty good until I had my ice arrow hunt that took way too long.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was just nothing pointing you to GBT either.
Yeah, I got fires and just kind of like, what the heck, I'll go do stage lights and then YOLO GBT. Then I, see the first brown chest. Well, that's not good. But, then the fairy in the jar small is nothing. The other 2 chests are brown. Like, I just wasted my time coming in here, didn't no, I didn't.
Yeah, that I think that basically kind of stopped the seed from really going downhill in your case, Pojo. You also didn't have to go chasing for Captain's Hat, since that was A, behind Lullaby, and B, I assume you just took a gamble that, at that point, that you didn't want to fish for Captain's Hat and just went, alright, I got the bottle, I'm just going straight for eggs.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was basically, the Snowhead Temple Foolish Except Song. I knew I could get Lullaby early-ish, so I was like, I haven't seen Captain's. And I just, went to, right after, Twin Mold, I just went to went to Coast and just prayed it wasn't vanilla eggs. I didn't want to do that, so.
Yeah, that would have been extremely rough. And the keg bailout was some pretty good comedy, honestly. Because, I mean, you got the keg, you were right there. You were still fishing for the bottle for light arrows, so it just ended up working out because you didn't have to detour for that later after Stone Tower, for example. Not to mention you couldn't do that anyway because Vanilla Elegy.
Yep.
As soon as I saw that Elegy when I went up there, because I literally only went up there because I'm like, I have the 50-50 of Elegy Storms with the Captain's Hat, so I'm like, I need to get this knowledge, like, now.
Okay, so my next question, because I think this one's important. Were you just not confident in your ability to beat Stone Tower Temple before the moon crash?
Yep. I was like, I think, especially after I took that little tumble as Goron, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to quite make it. It would have been really close, and I'm like, I'd rather just do the safe play and cut it now.
Yeah, there was like a minute and a half remaining of in-game time, I think, when you sung a time.
Yeah, I think I had like 35 in-game minutes. I
Uh,
don't know
it-
what it is.
Somewhere
That's,
around that line, yeah. Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
would have been
just
singing a
just
mile.
over 2 minutes. Just under 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think again, I think the big difference was the bottle that Pojo ended up finding just ended up being the super critical bottle, being the Chateau.
Yeah,
'Cause
no, I
I
had
think-
to like farm those bats for a minute until they finally
Yeah.
dropped one.
Yeah, and under that condition, you would have had, and given you Song of Time, you would have had to fight Gomez again with the exact same equipment minus the milk.
Yeah. Although I got into a rhythm at the end there, so that was nice.
You did.
If I have a recommendation, have you looked into like different Gomez strats with using Lidos? Because like I
Yeah.
used to do like I've done like the bomb plus Lido combo. It's a little finicky, but once you get it down enough, it should be consistent.
Yeah, there's certain things I definitely need to learn better, learn alternate ways to do that are faster. But it's just, yeah.
So,
There's-
we have some spoiler-related questions for Tomo Talk. If you're able to punch that up for us, we would like to know where a few things went running off to. For one thing, where was our offense?
Yeah, that I would have gone Shrine I never went Shrine. I would have gone Shrine so much sooner if I had some sort of offense. Like even just Razor, I probably would have gone there.
Imagine one's on Po Hut. Like that, just like the rudest place is probably Po Hut in my eyes.
Yeah, Pohut would have been pretty bad. Pamela would have been even funnier.
Probably summoned Snow.
Great Fairy's sword was an inverted stone tower middle chest.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I was never getting that one.
Nope.
Snowhead block room chest was a sword upgrade.
So it was a foolish sword.
Pinnacle Rock lower chest was the other sword upgrade.
And that was hideously out of the way given what we knew.
And yeah, neither of you went to Pinnacle Rock, yeah.
What else you got?
I think that's everything. I mean, we pieced together the IC logic, because for Stockpot in it was the wallet leading to magic, because the other wallet was on light arrow chest, so that was magic locked. So the wallet was definitely 2-star
also,
there. And
I think
fire.
it also led to bombs, which I think were bombs super.
Yeah.
I don't remember if bombs were
That could be 1 star for Northern Access, right?
It could be 1-star,
I think
yeah.
the bombs were just 1 star, but the magic is like we didn't see the other magic unless if it's the other chest of Pinnacle.
Oh no, we didn't. You're right. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
Where
of something
was
else.
the
other
other
magic was, I think, I looked at this earlier, but I think it was in Shrine. But let me double check that.
If
Totally
it's
magic
Shrine,
locked.
It's very magic locked, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was on Wizrobe chest and Shrine.
Okay, yeah, that was definitely magic locked. And yeah, we were thinking at one point or another before Fire showed up that it was going to be Bean of the Hero, not Fire. Goron Mask showed up that it was going to be Bean of the Hero, and at that point we thought Skull Kid was going to have storms. That would be your way to a bottle for Camaro's mask for
It
like
probably
something
didn't help
critical.
that when we got the Skull Kid, it was also a clear song of the white ones.
Yeah, that we were thinking that it was storms and that you were gonna have to like do Bean Daddy Grotto for the chest, but we could. But
I would have preferred if it was storms. Let's be real. Storms for being Swamp Spider House is way better than not having it. It's a lot faster.
That is true.
But yeah, so other than that, not a whole lot except the entirety of the ranch neighborhood foolish. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch. That's all stuff we could have just swept in our opener.
And budgeting hints made it like annoying because I'm like, I had like 1 or 2 always I needed left, and I'm like, do I go ranch, just get it over with, or do I just keep going?
Yeah, that was an interesting point I had brought earlier, was how hard do you fish for hints if you're missing a couple and you have ranch open to you still?
When I went and did P Hat Grotto and got the Mountain Village hint. That was like my last importance count one. If I didn't get the importance count out there, I probably would have pushed then, or just get it out of the way early.
That's very reasonable.
Yeah, by the
Stop.
time... Sorry, Bucky.
There you go. Go ahead.
But yeah, by the time I would have typically gone Durant, I already had, I think, all of my ICs and Foolishes and the critical Swamp Spider House hit. Nah, I don't think so.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else in particular that was fun. Okay, I remember it was the other wallet that was on Light Arrow Chest, not the other magic. I got my items flip-flopped, so yeah.
Well, Darmani would have been gross if it wasn't for the Mountain Village hint.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah,
what-
that was probably one of the better. That was probably the best hint that you got there.
Yeah, no, that... I don't know when I would have done Darmani, but that saved that part at least.
Yeah, Pojo, you were actually considerably later to fire arrows than Bucky was, actually. Because I think you
Yeah,
ended up finding fire...
I
and
think
then-
it's really because of this ball situation that we had.
Yeah,
in
that's-
the It's this is not common to have bottles that late. It's just bizarre
Yeah,
in my eyes.
I was thinking it out, and I think I said it a little bit in the race room chat. I was pretty sure even before we had the spoiler log kind of confirming it, that at least all the bottles would have been Zora locked because of the Swamp Spider House logic.
They were all hookshot locked and Zora locked.
Yeah.
So it was both.
Well, was it Hook was Zora locked anyway?
Yeah.
It was locked behind the mountain title deed in sewers, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a little quiet.
Yeah. So as far as fires go, again, as you just said, my bottle situation, I was more thinking I have a wallet, probably Smithy 1, but I don't have a bottle, so I kind of ran around a little longer than I needed to before realizing, oh, I can go to Darmani. Probably do that. So.
What was your go about item, Pojo?
Item was
It was a
like-
bottle. It was literally a
bottle.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
go mode bottle for Pojo. That is
go mode
correct.
bottle. Yeah.
That is actually crazy.
It was specifically turning in the land title deed from the front door of Stone Tower Temple, uninverted, to get the Chateau bottle on land title deed turn in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually...
Which was conveniently right next to the spider house. I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah, that was, and again, it just goes to my point earlier. Like, you were basically, the seed kind of lined itself up to you, like, every chance it could get. Every time, and I said, I thought the Great Bay Temple plan was going to backfire, but it just did not. You know, you happened upon ice arrows, and that just kept you from going so far off the rails that the seed would have been practically unrecoverable. Actually, the one thing I do want to do is I like to do when seeds are trash like this. So I wrote down the logic for light arrows because it was a fairly elaborate garbage chain. It was like your Sphere Zero stuff. So bow, early bow for Deku on Swamp Archery, for the wallet in behind Swamp Title Deed in Stockpot Inn. That gets you your magic. That gets you your Goron. The wallet gets you your Goron mask, because that's locked by
all night.
All nights. Yeah.
All night mask is in Woodfall to get Goron.
Oh right, so that was behind Deku. That's right. Wallet plus Goron. That's right. I had that written down wrong. So you get Goron mask. You get your magic and your Zora. That lets you get Mountain Title Deed in sewers for hookshot on turning in the deed for your first logical bottle, wherever the heck it would have wound up, for Camaro mask for light arrows.
Woo!
What a mess. Yeah, no, that was amazing seed to watch. Again, you both played that very well. That was a great race.
Yeah, I feel
Thank
like
you.
had very different routes just by everything, which is always fun to see.
You did, and like I said, like the race flipped a few times. You know, first it flipped towards Pojo with ice, then it flipped towards Bucky with the bottle, and then it flipped back to Pojo after getting bailed out by land title deed. So yeah, that was a good one. Who are our runners going to face in the brackets? Chat asks. Let's find out.
The winner of Trev Person, Hank, and forget the other lower seed he's playing.
Yeah, you get the winner, I get the loser, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Other than that, I don't have much else to say. Fox, anything else you want to add?
No, I don't have more to say. This has just been something. All right. I just don't often see bizarre ball placement like that in MMR, so it's like seeing that is just kind of something, and it's tricky to react to. I think you both handle it kind of reasonably. It's not easy when you get balls that late. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Go mode bottle. Let's go.
Yeah, I think that's the first I've ever heard of a Gomo bottle. At least in a major, like not just like a random seed, but like an actual race seed.
One for the history books.
Oh yeah. Just another one of the season 6 trash seed highlights.
Woohoo!
So Tomontalk, pray tell if you have the schedule open, who's next on our racing docket this week?
I don't have it open, so give me a second to open it.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just didn't want the dead silence to go on with me while me trying to get to it without me saying something. Alright, let's see. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, so an hour before this one, is Video James versus Sample Name. And that's going to start on the hour because there's no delay for that one.
Ooh, that should be a good race.
And it looks like we do have a restream for that. Saber's going to restream it. It looks like Pojo is looking to potentially comment with our tracker. And then Jai and Bucky are going to track. So, hey, look, that works.
Oh, hey, look, handshake.
We're back together.
Wow.
Funny how that always works out.
Yeah, and after that, the next one isn't until Friday, which is at 4 p.m. Eastern, and it's Trev Person versus Skystorm.
Ah, there it is.
All right. Well, yeah,
That's
still
what we
plenty
got
of
coming up
MM.
soon.
Yeah, plenty of MMR still to be had the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I think that's all we've got tonight.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to watch. Racers, that was a great race to watch. Thank you very much for putting on a great show. Comms, thank you for coming. Tracker, thank you for helping me track. Chat, thanks for coming out and watching so that we can continue to do this. I'm going to send this over to the Otters because I'm too lazy to find an actual raid target. So have a good night, everyone, or a good rest of your day.